Alrighty tidy. Another cringe video. Last time I did this, I was kink shamed on the internet, which is definitely something I didn't know I'd like this much. So I'm looking for more of that, but this time, make it worse. Fire away in the comments and surprise me. Really surprise me this time, okay? Just no holding back. So here we are again. Hi, how have you been? Grab your safety goggles because this is about to get f***ing weird. The question on everyone's mind, or just my mind, is what Overwatch man would be the best boyfriend? Let's get into it. Side note here, yes, some of these characters are LGBTQ. Does that matter here? No. I'm going to comment on them because we're talking about dateability here for everyone. So if you're into men in any way, shape, or form, then this video is for you. But if sometimes the urge is too strong and my simping has reached maximum capacity, I will make a thirsty comment. Thank you. Cole Cassidy. Yes. Just yes. You already know what I'm going to say. I know for a fact that Cole would be a gentleman. Not just a gentleman, but he would be suave and smooth with you. Cole is straightforward. He's honest. He values his principle. He comes across as a man who deeply regrets his past and has really tried to change from that. And his voice lines indicate that. They lead you down that path. And his eventual name change also does that as well. Cole Cassidy will make time for you. He also isn't clinically insane, so I don't really see a lot of red flags here for him. The one thing I could see as a flag per se is that he's hyper-focused on the actions of his past, but I still think he manages to balance those out pretty well in his day-to-day. This man is a sweet talker, finger-licking, good butter voice supreme. It's like a biscuit. It's like a buttery biscuit, that man is. A buttery biscuit. And just for the sake of Matt Mercer, he is top tier. So Cole goes in S tier officially because he's just... lick your fingers fucking good. He's delicious. He's delightful. He's just everything. And I feel like anybody would be lucky to have him. Doomfist. This guy is mean, but hot, and that's all I have to say. If you want to date him, just know that he might not even look your way with how much world-ending planning he's doing all the time. Smash, though. Doomfist is gonna go on C tier. He could be lower, but that's where I'm gonna put him.
Choices? What do you know about choices?
Baptiste. Relatively new hero, but he's a combat medic with a duality. He's, you know, pew pew and being nice. He previously worked for Talon, but he had the desire to change, and that speaks of complex, vast character. It's been said that he loves eating meals, so dinner plans are in order, baby. And you know it. He would so wine and dine you. He loves to help people, so he would be there for you if you needed him. I think he's got some issues that he works through, but wants to redeem his past actions in a way. He's more of a vanilla character in here, so there's not much to say. Baptiste is a solid A, because he's got problems, but they're not enough to really influence it. He's also kind of known to be flirty in some of his interactions. For example, the one with Lifeweaver. So I think that means accessible, open. Yes, you can date me. We can date. It's a possibility. So that's where he goes. Let's just talk about Cole Cassidy a little more. Cole Cassidy is so fucking fine. So fine. Just like... Hanzo. Forget about touching grass. I need to touch them fucking titties. Although this is how I truly feel. And I look like a terrible person. Hanzo is a tough cookie. He's reserved. He's closed off. He's kind of emo. You name it. Hanzo Shimada is haunted by his past and the curse of his family. Compared to Cole, who is also haunted by his past, Hanzo has let it consume him completely. Also, let's just say, but this guy's apple is like clenched 25/8 all the time. And it's caused him to shy away from a lot of meaningful connection in his life, I feel. His adherence to redemption would definitely add a few roadblocks in any relationship. That's not to say things don't change, but this isn't a fanfiction. I'm not gonna write a fanfiction with an arc that involves you softening up and fixing Hanzo Shimada. I don't think I should do that today. This is not that kind of video. Hanzo, gotta put him on B. There's a thing for cowboys that I think is just amplified tenfold by the fact that this man exists. So I think he's a great pick. I think he's a great pick. I think any woman would be lucky to have somebody like him. And I feel like...
Well, there's two things that solve every problem. Money and explosives. I've got an idea!
Junkrat. Jameson... Fuck, dude. I'm gonna be honest. He's my favorite. I've already said that I have a thing for freaky weirdos. So I'm fucking biased. So let's explore it a little bit. Not in any way, shape, or form. I don't think that Jameson thinks about anything other than bombs, money, and Roadhog. Pretty sure he's an adrenaline junkie. Also, just how am I forgetting this? This motherfucker doesn't fucking shower. He doesn't shower. He smells like shit. Personally, I have a sensitive nose. I could smell him from a mile away. Is that a problem for me? Yes. No, I think I would stand it. I think I have a somewhat love for the sick and mentally insane, I guess. That's my type, I guess. Something about the strange ones that just fires up the stove and like blasts the fucking furnace. And I know a lot of people will agree with me. I think it would have its pros and cons. Pros. I know Jameson is bound to make you laugh. And honestly, that's the best part out of being with someone like him. Is that enough simping? Yes, he's my pick out of the bunch. But would he be a good boyfriend? Oh, no. No. I don't think so. I don't think that in between the heist, the buddy comedy he's got going on with Roadhog, and the 3-meter radius of stench, you get a good thing going with this guy. But, smash. Junkrat is going to be a C. Because... if his smell of rotten fish isn't enough to drive you away, I think that him endangering himself would be. So definitely is going to go on C. Not apt for a relationship, I don't think, in any sense of the word or in any capacity. He would also feel lucky to have any, good woman, person, whatever in his life. So he's a catch. He's a fucking catch. Also, he sings. He's a catch.
But the hamster, we've named him
Hammond. The rat? No. The robot voice? Keep that in mind for later. No, but seriously, you fucking weirdos, this rat is undateable. Nuh-uh, not happening. I still have to add them though, because technically, yeah. Would you fuck the voice? I think I'm just asking that to myself. The rat goes on D. Roadhog. Big boy is into some kinky shit. I definitely know it. I know it. I just know it. But Mako is the personification of the fallout of the incidents that happened in his home. So he's very violent. And I think that most people would be more frightened than intrigued by him. He doesn't have an approach me vibe. He's a tough man, a few words, so I don't think he'd be very interested in meaningful conversation, given all of his past. He comes in a package deal too. You know that if you were to date Mako, you'd get Junkrat too. Just by you guys all the time, since those two are essentially attached by the hip. That being said, his trust would be something to be earned over a long period of time, and I'm saying long time. And it's interesting to note that Junkrat is his one and only true friend, so he isn't exactly an open fucking book for you to read. And if you did try, I think he would pull you into the pit in Ilios. We're gonna put him here. Roadhog specifically should go behind Junkrat because I feel like Junkrat is more verbal. Like you at least have a conversation with him, maybe, perhaps, but Roadhog doesn't want to talk to you. He's just like, nope, not talking to you. Yes. Reaper. This man is not dateable. If you walk across or find yourself crossing paths with this man, which you probably won't, then you will see that there's an obvious red for don't touch me. Don't touch me at all. Just a fucking X on his face. He's constantly going through so much pain, so it's got to be nauseating. Let's get this man a fucking joint because I think he gets kind of cranky. I think he's cranky all the time. Also, if the Hot Topic leather and latex setup wasn't a big enough indicator, I don't think he wants anybody around him ever, except for the people he works with. He's kind of a daddy, though. He's kind of a daddy. We all have to say it. Say it with me. Gabriel Reyes is kind of a daddy. Okay, now I don't feel fucking weird. But is he a good person to date? Oh, no. If the people around him aren't as clear enough indicators to you that this man is completely unapproachable emotionally, I don't know what is, so nope. I mean, if we're talking about inaccessible, Reaper goes on C as well. Soldier 76. So many haunted old men. What the hell? Okay, he's really sad about what happened to him in his past. He hates the fact that he worked his ass off just to be attacked for trying to do the right thing. He feels alone. And he spends his time working. He's a workaholic. He likes being of service, but there's a little bit of an imposter syndrome there. With all that he's got going on mentally, I believe Jack wouldn't be the best partner, just because I believe he would occupy his time with soldier duties instead of spending time with you. We are aware that he used to have a partner. He reminisces about that, but I think that this guy has made himself so inaccessible that he doesn't care about romance anymore, doesn't even seek it. But I think that in a way, he could be super chill. I don't know. He would throw a killer barbecue. And I think that should be enough. Just look at him in his socks and sandals. Good buddy. So Soldier 76 is also inaccessible. That's why we're putting all the inaccessible ones on C. But I think he'd be at the front of that list. Like if you were to get somebody from C, it would probably be Soldier. He's the first one that I think would be down. Maybe be down. Bastion. No. Genji. All of the girlies have collectively swooned and sighed like, Genji. Like, oh, you can tell he's a sweetheart, and you can tell from a mile away he's all detail and comprehension, and I understand you in every sense of the word. He's the sweetest boy, just 10 out of 10. He's done a lot of work on himself, and you can tell just from going out and seeking help and reconciliation with himself, he's proven himself to be a dynamic individual capable of change. And after being Zenyatta's pupil, he became a whole new person, just more balanced in his own perception of himself. You can tell he's really just a ray of sunshine in a dark, damp cave. So would he be a good boyfriend? Yes, I think he would be an attentive boyfriend as well. And if you don't mind the mask, you're Gucci. I don't mind the mask. I don't. I feel like Genji goes on A just because he's just such a nice person. I feel like he'd be open to it. Also, he flirts with Mercy often. Accessible? Yes. Nice guy? Yes. Went to therapy? Amazing. So that's what we're doing. We're putting him on A.
Why? This is wrong. The field is failing.
Sigma. I know there's a fan following of this guy. So he's smart. He's work-oriented, he's curious, but most importantly, his toes. So join me and the toe bros for like 1 second, and let's just look at these bad boys. I'm a certified toe bro, so this is really important to me that we analyze these bad boys, okay? So besides the incredible grippers, this man has a lot going for him. Principally, what makes him so interesting is that he's not really aligned with either side. He's not aligned with Talon or Overwatch, and he's principally unaware of what he's being used for by Talon. So he is, in a way, being exploited by this manipulative organization, and they picked him up when he was vulnerable after going through the biggest life event he's ever had. I think he's just minding his own business in complete ignorant bliss of what's happening and letting the dogs out and doing science. I don't think he'd be that great of a partner though. There's a lot of pros here, but they influence the cons. I think what scientists' major fault is that their obsession with their work precedes anything else in their life, precedes any type of relationship that you could have with him. So Sigma is also one of those kind of good ones-ish on C, at the top of the C list. I mean, I think there is maybe a possibility, but not quite like you'd expect.
Papa told me after so many years of service, you gave Overwatch everything, and then they pushed you out. Why would you...
Reinhardt, you want a golden retriever boyfriend? You found him. He's joyful, he's energetic, he's a romantic. You can tell by his voice lines and interactions with Ana. And I think he's a little bit of an old school guy, which I think would influence the way he starts a relationship. He would be a very traditional person about it. The type of man to ask you formally, bring you flowers, take you out on a date. You know what I mean? Yes, he's boisterous, he's loud, but if you don't mind that, then that's not a problem. And I think he would treat you with such gentleness despite these things. Might I say he would be a gentle lover? The way I need this old man is fucking insane. Reinhardt is a big boy. Let's just also say that. Let's state that. Big boy. Big man. But just so gentle and so nice. His design contradicts his personality in a way, and I think it's just wonderful. So he is a catch. Yeah, he's great. Definitely would be a good partner. Such a nice, supportive person to you. Amazing, incredible, beautiful, just everything. I think he goes on S tier, but he is going to go behind Cole because I think he's just a little bit more old-fashioned. Torbjorn. He's married. I'm not a homewrecker. Let's pretend he's not married, okay? Let me piece it all together. He's an intelligent, work-driven man. He's got a lot of projects going on. His life revolves around his projects, essentially. Just like Engineer from TF2. He's a delightful family man, though. Making time for his family and shit. Honestly, wait, just hold on. Is he the most established out of all of them? I think so, actually. Damn, wife? Kids? Would he be the best boyfriend? Is Torb the best boyfriend? I'm having a crisis. Okay, Short King. I see you. I see you. And surprise, surprise, Torbjorn is at the top of S tier. He is the subject that succeeded out of all of these. He did not make it to boyfriend status. He made it to husband status. He made it to baby daddy status. We're all surprised, but he would be the best one out of all of them since he is living proof that he is capable of maintaining a very happy, healthy work and family life balance. He's our top tier. Winston. No. No. Don't. No. Not the fucking monkey. No. Not Winton. No. Monkey is going on D tier in front of the rat. Because at least the monkey can talk. Lucio. What a fun person to be with. Genuinely, Lucio is the kind of guy to take you to concerts and share music with you. He's a bundle of energy. Musicians are often very loving and connected with people. So when creativity is often utilized in a constant way, it leads to a lot of different levels of introspection, right? Because essentially you're mirroring your own soul when you're creating. I think he's someone that so heavily relies on others' reactions and moods to what he brings to the table. And I think that could really cause some problems that could make him upset or insecure. Me personally, I couldn't do Lucio. There's too much attention surrounding him, you know, too many fans. And so that could pose a problem. And I'm not as down to share my boyfriend with the entire world. He's super cute though, but not for me. So Lucio is gonna go behind Genji here on A tier because I feel like he'd be good for you. He'd be good for you. Like I said, not my personal preference, but I think he would be really good for you.
What a day. It's good to be alive.
Maunga. He's a member of Talon with a knack for violence. I mean, what could possibly go wrong there? He's definitely a loose cannon, but he's sort of cunning as well, as we see in this short, where he seems like a meathead, but in reality, he's more observant than what anybody thinks. So he's an intelligent person with a knack for living every day like it might be his last. So that's admirable, but it could raise up some problems in a relationship. If you ever have met somebody who lives every day like it's their last, they're bound to do some things that might be questionable or impulsive or rash. I think he'd be a good... But for a relationship, I mean, if you're into that morally ambiguous type of man, then, you know, go ahead. That's your decision. That's your choice. He's a big guy, could be really nice. Me personally, I don't know if I could. And if you want to, you know, sip a Mai Tai on the beach, you know, that's your guy. So definitely goes on B tier.
A perfect world is a perfect prison.
Life Weaver. The alpha Giga Chad. He appreciates the little things, and I think that says a lot. He appreciates natural things, not forced, not perfected. And we know this because he's always strived for things to be organic and natural in a way. So I think he'd be a very faithful follower of a natural way of things, just starting a relationship very naturally, not forcing it. And I think he'd be just a really healthy person for you if you were to date somebody like Life Weaver. Just real healthy, just a nice person to date. So Life Weaver is definitely in front of Lucio here, next to Genji. Let's just say that he is dateable, accessible, caring, etc., 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 etc. Just based on all of his interactions and voice lines.
I was created to lead Omnix into war.
Ramatra. Robot, yes, dateable. And let's just shut off the horny parts of our brains that tell us we could bang this Omnic. Let's just shut it off, okay? You hear that? It's called silence. It's called inner peace. Something that Ramatra tried to attain, but couldn't. So, hot Omnic boyfriend, only in our dreams. I don't think it'd be a good one either, based on the whole vendetta he's got going on, but would I do him in more ways than one? Oh yeah, 100%. I want that robo bitch. The question on everyone's mind is, does the robot fuck good? And I'm not going to answer it. You guys can fill in the blanks for that. Ramatra is going to go behind Reaper for many reasons. I know people like him, but I don't think it would work in any way, shape, or form. Could you? Perhaps maybe 0.001% chance, but I don't think so. Zenyatta. Certified virgin monk. Self-explanatory, so no. Would be a pretty nice friend though. Okay, so on D tier, he does not want nothing, right? He's an Omnic, but he's a monk, and they're usually very celibate people. So D tier for Zenyatta. You cannot date him at all. Just like you can't date Bastion, just like you can't date any of the rest. Well, that's it. I apologize for the things that have been said here, and I hope you can forgive me. I will be releasing an apology video whenever someone asks for it, so I hope you guys don't judge me too hard for the things that were said, but we all thought it. We all thought it. Don't put that shit on me. We all thought it. We all collectively thought most of these things, and I'm glad to be one of the first people on the internet to actually verbalize them. So this was fun, and let me know if you want me to cover any other games or characters from any games or whatever. Thank you guys so much for getting me to 3,000 subscribers. This is essentially the 3,000 subscriber special, so I'm very thankful for everything that's happened thus far in this YouTube journey. If you guys would like to support me, I'm on Twitch as well every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. And I'm on here at least 3 times a month, so I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. And that's the end of the... yeah.